For almost 300 years, the great authoritarian immortal dragonlord Olivine has ruled over the material realm of Silvernell. His fear of the water has kept him above the silver seas, yet he found an alliance with the evil mermaids of Eudothia to carry out his bidding. Over the years, the Genasies of the underwater kingdom of Azir have narrowly fought back the mermaids thanks to its just ruler, King Thryne, and his daughters. But times are changing. Olivine has died. The world of Silvernell is reborn. This is the story of a kingdom after war.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell campaign for Princesses of Power! Yay! Bubble noises, bubble noises. This is episode 18. Welcome back everybody. Here to play D&D with 5 of my good friends, Margaret Alyssa, Alyssa Causey.
Hello.
Erica Webb.
Hi.
Michael Jackson.
Fidget toys.
Oh, and Andrew Krug.
Hands.
Everyone got their fidget toys?
Yeah.
To focus up.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for watching us right now. If you're watching us on Twitch, that means you can use your channel points. On our channel, they're called Rooter Points. Anyways, the more you watch this stream and the more you comment at the bottom, you rack up these little green nug points called Rooter Points. And then there's a little menu, and you can use those to make things happen in the game. Like, affect our game, and we'll see it live, and we'll take care of it. If you're not watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Also, just remind our audience, Tuesdays are now into the Expanse nights at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. We've moved it. We're there a couple of nights now, and it's going great. Meg is in that. I'm having a good time playing with Meg. How you feeling, Meg?
It's great. It's chaos, but it's great.
Yeah, Michael Ray Williams is killing that. So check that out. We also have a Patreon with really cool things you can get from that. So check that out. The Adventures in Silvernell. Patreon / that, what I just said. Also, we have TikToks and the social medias. I'm just so excited. Anybody else got anything else to say before we jump into the Coliseum event?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Last time, episode 17 of Princesses of Power. Lost my place. The princesses found Mizu's patron Voskar to be quite difficult to manage, now that he is on the material plane. He regrets to inform Mizu that he has to travel back through Cassia Boggan's mouth to get home, or else something terrible will happen to both him and Mizu, and he only has a day before this happens, so he has to get back. But first, he wants to cause some mayhem in the Festival of Heroes Hydrus Coliseum event. He will continue using Lunkar's body to win the games, but he might have to take a ride on a phoenix afterwards. Kind of haven't figured that out yet. Anyways, meanwhile, the princesses go to House Pelagor, one of the 3 of the monarchies that rule over Yarmouth in conjunction with the people. They meet the House Capo, Might Unerseth, and he grants Princess Mizu's wish to host the Coliseum event tonight. Might offers the Pelagor viewing box at the Coliseum for everyone, so we all take off towards the Coliseum, and then Might continues to press the princesses and Mizu on the opportunity for diplomacy between House Pelagor and Azir. Princess Seer was very curious if that included the other 2 houses as well. And eventually they get to the Coliseum, and Might takes Princess Mizu away from the rest of the princesses to meet the other 2 house capos. And Celia is with, I guess, Lunkar / Voskar, and Seer and Arista, and Venfira. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we go to where Mizu is, let's go to where everybody is right now with Lunkar Voskar. You're in the Colosseum. You're already in towards the back where you guys kind of were before, where there's like the different rooms for the dressing rooms for the other warriors. You saw Might Unerseth and Mizu kind of go to the left. You guys are going to the right where those rooms are and stuff. You don't have to stay there, but welcome back to the Colosseum. You can hear a lot of activity already outside the walls. This whole thing's buzzing with activity, with people coming in and out, selling stuff in the Colosseum before the event even starts. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, my only question was, like, how much time until the official beginning of the Festival of Heroes?
Before the House Pelagor, it was like 3 hours or something like that, so we'll just say maybe, like, we'll speed it up and say 2 at this point.
Okay.
An hour's passed. So we've got a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of things I need to ask for times in mind. Do we see the other competitors? We haven't met them yet. We've only heard their names. Or,
You,
like, read
you,
their
haven't, you don't see them, but in that hallway are their rooms with the names on the doors.
They each have a suite like
Yeah.
Celia does.
And Lunkar.
Well, Lily, your thoughts on your name? The wet knuckle didn't really seem to land like we wanted it to. What are your thoughts?
I like Knuckle. Knuckle was good. Maybe a different adjective.
Royal.
Royal Knuckle.
Ooh.
We could do Bloody Knuckle.
Ooh. Very
Maybe
fierce
not.
sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do the Knuckle.
The
The
Bruce.
Knuckler.
Oh.
The Knuckler.
Oh. Kind of like that one.
I don't know. It sounds like it could be an innuendo if you think about it a little bit, you know.
Is that? It's not really a bad thing.
I know.
Get extra thinking about your name, you know.
The thoughtful Knuckle. I think really hard before I bludgeon your face in.
A warrior and a scholar. I like that.
The Knuckle. Nice and simple. Powerful.
Yeah, Celia the Knuckle.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna be so glad Maisie's not here.
I think that's good. Make sure we can get that to Mizu before we present. Let her know it'll be Celia the Knuckle.
Yeah.
like
we could
Gotta make sure
we
our
could
PR's on point.
we could really feed into what some people call my problem, what I consider a desirable trait about myself, the drunken fist.
Also a good one. Might be trademarked.
I would worry about that.
I'm sure we can pay them off.
We can workshop it.
I don't
I
know.
am curious about. Sorry,
about
just curious
what?
about these other people, these other competitors. We haven't met them yet, and there's Lunkar. He's on Vas. We'll work on it later.
Yeah.
Voskar?
We'll workshop it.
Yeah, but like Voskar meets Lunkar. I was trying to think of a combo name, and
Oh,
Arkar?
that would literally still be Lunkar. Or,
I was thinking about that. I was like, it just could be the same.
like, you can't.
whack.
Vosloon.
I kind of like
The roots knock on doors.
Vasloon.
Ooh.
This loon.
I mean, but people already know his identity, so we don't, like, he has to compete under Lunkar's name. People know
It could be like an alias.
Oh, I think I made it quite clear to Might Unerseth that when he's with Mizu and he sees me winning this game, he's gonna be screaming, "Oh, there's Mizu's powerhouse! They are best friends, the ultimate friends, and I suck." This is from his perspective. That's what he's gonna be saying.
You seem really caught up on the idea of friendship. Are you sure there's not anything...
Yeah, you're currently trying to like aggressively sell it.
Are you obsessed with our sister?
Well, of course I'm obsessed, but it's It's not what you think it is. It's one of those, I need them on the material plane. Like, I can only be here a day. So I need someone. I don't want them to die, then I have to go through the trouble of finding someone else.
I think he has a crush. I think he has a crush on Mizu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird having like only one friend, because like that's kind of sad. But like, especially when it's Mizu, because we all know Mizu. You gotta at least have other options. To,
Princesses,
break it up.
all I want to do is take care of her, make sure she has everything she wants, and that she doesn't die. If that's love, then put a sticker on me.
Alyssa's gonna reach into her bag of library supplies and bring out a gold star sticker and put it right like on Lucar's tunic.
I feel like you should meet Daddy Thrawn. I feel like you should have a really formal discussion with him, and this could be a really nice beginning of a meaningful friendship.
Oh, between you and me, I want to
friendship.
get as far away as possible from Daddy Thrawn.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
yeah, same.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Fira, have you done any work on that contract? You were
Not
talking
much. I haven't had very much of a chance to see it. I saw it very briefly, but I haven't had a chance to do a lot of sketch work on it. We've been running around for a bit.
You had some thoughts about all these, proposals of power from the capo and these proposals of love from Voskar. Just when making contracts, those things nice to be in your head, some would say.
Oh, things can certainly get in the way. Emotions like that. Don't worry. It's all in here.
Well, we have time, Vinfira, if you want to settle this whole contract thing.
Well, I do want to settle it with Mizu present. That is kind of important, considering she's the other half of the contract who's being affected by the
Yes,
pact.
it's true, but she doesn't really get any say in it. It's kind of a arcane, permanent thing.
That just seems like a really deep power imbalance. It just feels a little controlling, and I
Oh, very.
don't...
Down to the T. No flexibility.
It sounds a little sexist to me, and I just don't know if you want to paint yourself into that corner, Voskar.
I was thinking the same thing. It's very anti-feminist to have a very controlling contract like that.
Wait. I'm a demon, okay? I'm good.
And you're saying that demons...
But you're not a
can't be
monster,
feminist?
right?
No, of course I'm not a monster. Those are completely different things.
So you have more rights than women.
Well, I have more rights than everybody.
There's the
Wow.
guy who's locked in a basement somewhere. I'm sorry, in a somewhere.
Wait, is
I
this,
assume a basement,
is this
never
something
mind.
women talk about on the material plane? Inequality?
Yeah.
Comes up often.
It's a pretty present issue.
Oh, things are much better in the Underdark. You should give it a try.
It's very forward.
Oh, yeah,
say
everyone's
that.
treated equally, as in everyone hates everyone.
I'm not
Doesn't
sure I'm
sound very
sold.
pleasant, though.
Alright, Voskar's tired of monologuing. He's busting to open the door of Lunkar's room and going in.
Hey,
Is he gonna take a nap or something? What's he? Do we have to go in with him, guys?
I think
yo,
he's
you
gonna.
can't be left alone very often.
I think he's gonna go into like a separate bathroom, whatever, like swim into the bathroom, go out of the body of Lunkar's, lock the door from the other side, and just go lay on the bed and just use some magic to make sure the door like grows into like thicker stone and is permanent. So you can still hear Lunkar so you can talk to Lunkar on the other side of that door. But he's trapped in there, and Voskar is just gonna relax on the bed. He's like floating. I guess it's a water bed. I guess every bed's a water bed here.
It's
They
an
got
underwater
air
bed, at
mattresses?
least.
Yeah.
Air mattresses. I love
Think an
it.
air mattress would be like a luxury underwater.
It would float, though.
I was gonna say,
You'd have to
it'd
sleep on
probably
the
be
ceiling.
too buoyant. You might be not be able to stay.
Yeah, it would definitely float to the
Grounded.
ceiling, and then you'd have to just lay up on the ceiling.
A concept, that could be cute.
It's like a novelty hotel.
That's zero
Yeah.
G sleeping. Seer does go into his room though.
boutique hotel has like this big space, and they suspend them. They have like tethers, so they can't go all the way to the surface.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
when they blow them up, you float really, really high.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Princesses of
tourist
interior
idea.
design.
Big high, I like it.
What were you gonna say, Seer?
Seer does go into Lunkar's room to like just to keep eyes on Voskard. She's got lots of trust issues, so she's like, all right. So she's just sitting in the corner, like watching him, just kind of like.
You see some of the black, misty liquid from his very being is like rising up and kind of slowly turning into this Colosseum mini structure, where he seems to be like pinning where different people are and like just kind of marveling at this material world structure of what he's literally just ran through earlier today.
Yeah, she's like not trying to be like impressed that he's plotting on that level, but she is watching and like kind of like, but just kind of silently like observing him in his natural demonic state, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
Arissa's reading a book until you need her.
Okay. Seer, roll me an insight check.
Okay. That is going to be a 21.
He's looking for something. It looks like he's looking specifically for something. He's not just cataloging. He's actively searching. I'll let you think on that, yeah?
You little flesh over there. What's got you in a twirl?
Oh, you know, same old, same old. The book.
Well, you know it's not down here.
Right, but there might be someone who knows of it. You know, those who have come near the book radiate a different way.
Oh. It's interesting. But wouldn't they, like, keep the book if they had come in contact with it?
Oh, not even contact. Just near it. Oh, yes.
Okay. Very interesting. And they... Very powerful book.
Yes.
If I'm honest, I don't love reading, so I don't really understand the appeal of what you're talking about.
Oh, it's a wonderful book, Celia. You write whoever you want to in that book, and they will die. You write how, and it will happen that way. It's perfect. And anyone who comes near this book just kind of takes a little bit of that death on them. They radiate that death a little bit more. Kinda like, and he just kind of spins this like Colosseum black sludgy misty map floating in front of him. Just kind of zooms in like Tony Stark in Avengers through that like digital map in the air, and it just kind of dissipates and liquefies to show Mizu walking into a room with Might Unerseth and two more people from two other houses. You see how one of these guys is radiating a little different? He knows something. Cut back to the room. Mizu's being led in by Might Unerseth.
See that?
Swimming in, very muscular, wears a lot of white armor. Almost seems glowing, like a poster hero come to life. Kind of swims into this big stone and blue coral room that overlooks the massive Colosseum that already is packed with a lot of people. And swimming around the room are these like small squids that have little lights that go down each stalk, and they're webbed in between the like tentacles, so it's just like doing this and just and they're like these bioluminescent blues just kind of hovering around the room. There's these big chairs where you see two other figures sitting in, and then different people there swimming around to help if they need assistance. probably an advisor, maybe someone who had questions about something else. They are actively answering questions before these games start. Mike walks in and, excuse me, gentlemen, I'd like to introduce someone quite rare around here. Princess Mizu Minu. Does it ring a bell to you, gentlemen? He kind of looks at you and smiles, and you see these two figures stand up. One across the room is this, he's got like hardly any expression, but his outfit is wild. It kind of comes up in metal on his forehead, big fins out the top of his head. He's got shoulder fins, and everything's this like glass blue. He's very muscular, and he stands up and just looks very happy and starts walking across the room and just puts out both his hands while smiling at you.
She's definitely gonna reach forward and put her hand in his hands and go, Princess Mizumino of the Azirian Kingdom, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It is an honor to meet Princess Mizu. Everyone has heard such wonderful things about it, and look at you. You are just as wonderful in person. Welcome. I hope Might has not talked your ear off about things he shouldn't have. Already?
Oh, please. I've, enjoyed every second of being here so far. You guys are so hospitable, and it's just gorgeous down here. I mean, look.
And she's gonna gesture around, to all the beautiful scenery.
It's the least I could do, just share some of my culture with you guys and vice versa. Get to take back some, Yamath culture to Azir. It's the least I could do to, come and participate in something like the tournament today.
Wonderful. And how long can we expect the Ganassi to stay?
Oh, well, you see, I'm not really, in charge of the travel plans. That's more a question for my sister. I just kind of like to, go where the seas take me, go where the waves take me.
Might walks around and puts his arm around this man and says, "Oh, yes, all of the princesses are in Yamath. Princess Mizu, I am so sorry he did not introduce himself. This is Gerhardt Dorosnathrath. Don't even try to say that last name. It's a mouthful. We just call him Gerhardt. He is head of House Zephyrian."
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Unfortunately, he was born without a personality, as you can see. Just kind of looks at Might. Welcome to our box. Will you be watching the games with us?
Oh, well, I'll actually be hosting the games. Wonderful surprise.
Oh, wonderful. He looks at Might. Might says, "Well, when I pay for the games, on the years I pay for the games, I get to decide who makes the calls. I thought we had someone already. There was a long audition, and you saw that my cousin won fair and square. Their performance was decadent." "Yes, but unfortunately your cousin is dead." "That's not funny." "No, your cousin's literally dead. We had a problem with some demon earlier in the halls." I'll be right back. He's going to leave. And let me introduce you to House Thalassor Aranith. And I'm not even going to say the last name. And, okay, so you see, this guy is, he almost looks like he's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean for 1,000 years. He's got sea urchins and foam and coral growing on his deep blue face. He's got a little bit of hair that's kind of scooped back, but a lot of his hair has matted and turned to coral behind him. And it's got this big fighter's breastplate with a big popped collar underneath. And this big pointed beard and mustache. Looks very kind of Three Musketeers in his facial hair. He puts out his hand to you, Mizu. Not delicately, just straight forward at you.
She's gonna do the same thing, but a little bit more gingerly with her fingers.
He'll grab your whole hand and pull you in, like one of those Donald Trump handshakes. Just kind of pull you in really quick and slap you on the back. "It is so good to finally meet you, Princess Mizu Minu."
Wow, the pleasure's all mine, I think.
"Do you have everything that you need? We want the Azirian Kingdom to feel welcome here. We don't see you very often, so this is a very nice surprise, and we want to make sure that you are having a good time."
Oh, well, can only speak for myself, but I'm having the best time here. I just love it here. You guys have a gem of a place here.
A gem. Could we quote you on that, perhaps, on a coming up statue that's going to be installed in the city? That would be nice.
Absolutely. Just make sure when you quote me, you get the, full title, Princess Mizumino of the Azirian Kingdom.
Wonderful. Please, have a seat. Can we get a seat for the princess, please? Tell me, what is your business in Yarmouth?
Me and my sisters, we're kind of on like a little diplomatic adventure, and along the way we ran into a boat owner who needed a boat that we borrowed to be dropped off here in Yarmouth. So after we did that, we've just kind of been, taking a look around. I've never been here before.
It's peculiar that you're dropping off a boat. Why don't you have one of your lessers in the kingdom to do it for you? I don't imagine the princess would want to leave the Azirian kingdom to deliver a boat, especially with the news that Olivine is dead. That would be wild. There's got to be a connection there, right?
Oh, well, I can only speak for myself, but my daddy said I spent way too much time inside the kingdom, and it was time for me to finally, fly, get my wings. So he probably didn't want to give me any, big serious tasks, since it's my first time, in deeper waters outside of what I'm familiar. So I guess that's the only reason I can think of.
Well, just be careful. The deep ocean is a scary place, especially for those who are not used to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. The first time I was out here, I cried nonstop. I was screaming. You guys might have even heard me right here.
Oh, well, just to warn you, the game, someone might get hurt, so if you're going to host, expect that.
Oh, well, that doesn't bother me at all, as long as me getting hurt isn't on the line. I'm alright with other people getting hurt.
Might kind of interrupts and kind of, yes, we were just talking about House Pelagor and Azir. Perhaps, your house can get on it soon. We're going to have our conversation. Have a good time, Erneth. Oof, kind of pulls you, kind of, just turns your body away, meets shoulders with Mites kind of aiming away. They're going to be bringing some food in a minute. How about we sit on the opposite side of the room of him?
What a chatterbox. Just talk, that one.
Oh, yeah. And underneath it is just corruption. I guarantee it.
I did not like that name.
So, guess we're in the box. We're waiting for the show. We got a little bit. Let's talk business. Yeah?
Oh, you must have misheard us earlier before. I don't talk business. I talk fashion. I talk makeup.
Okay, well, let's talk fashion.
Parties.
What fashion do you see in Yarmouth? Presented by House Pelagor.
I've been seeing some pretty unique pieces. When I was out with my sister Vinvira earlier, there was definitely some unique choices out there. Some things that I would never consider wearing outside of Yarmouth until today. I've had my mind broadened. I've had it widened. I could see me in some Yarmouth originals sailing through. What do you think about that?
Well, these originals, would they be designed by citizens of Azir? Citizens of Yarmouth?
Citizens of Yarmouth. That's the whole point. If we design it, it's just another piece of Azirian culture. I have enough of that.
I could probably have us some, maybe 20 minutes, get us some portfolios of some of the, fashion setters here in Yarmouth. Some of the fabric makers. I don't know. Not really my thing, but we could make something.
Yep, we'll just have to get Vinvira to, write it all up. I kind of got in trouble for making verbal contracts with people a couple times now, so...
You know what? We should get Vinvira anyways, because we can't really, write anything down without her.
Good call.
I'm sorry, can you send out for Princess Vinvira? She should be with the other princesses, but I also know they were probably going towards the fighters' rooms. I'm not sure. Thank you. All right, back to the other room. What is everyone doing?
Oscar, we need to have a serious conversation about violations of privacy.
Okay.
Stop.
Right.
You're spying on my sister. It's not cool.
Oh, yes. Well, it's only 'cause I want her alive. So, means justified by the end. I don't know how that phrase goes. I heard it one time.
I think it goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Oh,
And you're already there, so that's kind of crazy.
it's definitely paved with bones, but I like what yours means. Wonderful. Okay, well,
Do we want to talk strategy at all for
Yes.
this game?
okay, first round is a race. Let's just kill him. Is that legal?
I don't know.
No,
I
it's not
don't even
legal.
know how to I don't know how to ride a fucking
Oh, a viperfish?
fish. Yeah.
Hey, in there! Ugh! Let me out! You know how to ride a viperfish?
Like rocks start tumbling dust.
He's not gonna know.
I thought he would know.
Cool.
I've never
All
seen-
right. Well, at least we know that's a problem area for us is the viperfish. Round two round. The combat round will be easier. So that's like in the bag for us if we make it that far. They said something about elimination by audience participation. With Mizu hosting, we should be able to easily sway a favor. Who's gonna vote out one of the princesses of Azir? That just makes no sense. And
Precisely.
Loomcard just don't suck. But that Viper racing does seem particularly.
Yeah, do we have to ride on the fish, or are they pulling a carriage, which would be nice? Because again, I don't know how to ride a viperfish.
Well,
Could be wild Viperfish.
I was disassembling somebody in the stables, and I saw these big fish, but I didn't see any cards.
I'm
We'll
shooting
come back
for
to
the
that.
first half of that.
Okay,
But-
great. All on the same page. Awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
Right.
Because whoa. I don't know. Are you good with animals? Can you buckle up?
She kind of
No.
leans over to her sisters and is like, I have heard that demons and animals don't particularly mix.
Oh,
I don't know
Yeah,
if
me
that's true.
too.
It could
I
be an
also
old
don't
wives'
mix with
tale.
animals.
oh.
You're not a demon, but I appreciate you really thinking on this one.
If
I could be
this
the
thing's-
demon knuckle.
If this thing's anything like a turtle, I've got it.
Do we think?
I hope it's not like a turtle. It would be slow then.
Really slow race. It'd be really dramatic.
No, I mean,
honestly.
I can just get in the fish.
Let's see.
Whoa.
Oh,
Animal
I-
handling.
that could be
is wisdom.
cool.
I could
Yeah, but I
cast
don't-
enhance ability.
That does feel
for
very much
Owl's
like cheating,
wisdom
though.
Wisdom.
to up your animal handling.
Indeed.
Ooh. That's a good call.
So you'd have if you have to
I can't.
do.
Yeah, I
animal-
can't
you
handle
have to
animals
hand-
to-
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
It would give you advantage.
That's
Sounds
chill.
like a good idea. And
As far as Voskar going into an animal, I don't know if now that we're working with Voskar a little bit, I don't know if Loomkar really likes us all that much. So just letting him loose.
it might work out because Loomkar himself really does want to win that sword, and if Voskar helps him win that sword, then we know you, Voskar. We know you talked to him already, so we'll get into that also. Disassembled people and why you've already talked to Loomkar on the back burner. We'll get into that.
But I mean, he's right there in the bathroom. He hears us. We're talking
Yeah,
out
but he's
loud.
having I'm trying to be respectful of you in this moment because that is also something I want to unpack. But I also don't really like him that much, so
We're also giving
I'm
him
not
his
that
privacy, which is, something that we're trying to work on with you.
It's very full circle, this whole thing.
Mhm.
it's like one thing
I'm
at a
only
time.
here to
eat a
help.
whale, it's one piece at a time.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay,
Now they're talking about whales.
so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the bathroom break,
Mhm.
but before we go to the bathroom break, we're gonna have a little jump back to old Dragontooth Academy days and give you what
Oh,
we
no.
would do on test about the night before. You could study. So I'm gonna give you that opportunity now, and I will give if you can explain to me how you are gonna take the rest of this time for the games to practice or design a strategy or do something to benefit the event. And describe how that is that check, that skill check. I'll let you make that skill check, and I will set a DC. And if you are successful, I will give you advantage during the game on some things because you studied. So,
Okay. I mean, I can pull out some books on viperfish.
okay, so
Absolutely.
but Celia, I'll let you roll once, but somebody can help you.
Okay.
Infira could also literally transform into a viperfish, maybe? She
Oh,
is
that'd be
the
sick.
bird of
Oh,
the
that'd be really
moon.
cool.
You can practice.
Mhm.
That's true. Give me a history check really fast, because you've been by Yarmouth, but you haven't really been down in Yarmouth.
But would I
We
have a
see you
book
to
with a
the-
picture of it?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. If you
Probably.
have a book with a picture of it, then that
Okay,
would
so-
Turn into that.
So history with advantage.
We send you to the stables, and you just are the viperfish for
15?
the race.
Okay, yeah, you've seen a viperfish.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
we
can
could sneak
transform
her in
into
there.
one, and then Benfira would be like, this kind of goes against the spirit of the game.
Play to win.
You might have to convince her.
Okay,
Mhm.
so just to let you know for this viperfish, what's most important is that they have a 40-foot movement speed. So if you were to dash, it's 80 feet. Keep that in mind. They have 68 HP.
Mhm.
If 14 armor class. And they
60 HP?
68 HP, yeah. So if you go become this fish, I'm going to give you their stats. And then all you need to know is they have electric jolt. Whenever they are hit with anything, everyone within 15 feet has to roll a Constitution saving throw of 14 or above, or take 4d6 lightning damage.
If there's just a bunch of those things together, does that mean that they just don't stop?
Yes.
Oh.
Which either makes you not hit them or set up a really good trap.
Yes. I guess what I'm getting at is don't hit them. But if you do, it'll be cool.
Back up.
Yeah, back up.
They can learn very
Starts to look
quickly,
at spells.
Like, yeah, and Benfira is like,
Okay.
don't do that.
Just also remember there will be another fish there, so how do you explain there's an extra fish? But anyways, and Celia, what is your role that you want to do? What skill?
Kill it.
I don't. Should
I
I
thought
like?
we were gonna go to the break and let her decide.
Oh, you want to decide on the break? That works too. That works too.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Much better. All right, we'll take 10 minutes, or we'll take some time. Okay, bye. Welcome back, everybody. We hope you had a great bathroom break. You're nice and relaxed. I hope you're having a good time. Hope you got a drink or some food, chilling with us. All right, over the bathroom break, the 2 hours had passed that was left before the Coliseum Games. How were you preparing and studying for this, Celia?
I think that speaking a little meta at the moment. We've spoken about like helping a lot with like the race, so I don't want to do anything to like help that like too much. Celia's not very charismatic, so maybe like the like, hey, vote for me please section. So I've got like a good intimidation, so maybe like looking out the window trying to memorize everyone's faces, so that if they don't vote for her, she can find them.
Literally like scouting everybody in the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, roll me an intimidation check, and I'll let you roll it
Cool.
with advantage if somebody here is helping you, and if you can explain to me how they're helping.
Oh yeah, I will help. I've got some
Yeah.
decent perception, and I will like
Mhm.
be quizzing,
the-
calling out names, and or like describing different people and seeing if that Celia can like spot them in the crowd, kind of playing like
Ooh, okay.
like how
Roll
you
with
playing the
advantage
car.
And I'll be watching her face and feeling her aura and giving feedback as to how scared I am.
Cool.
Perfect. Okay.
Also, mostly harmless 12 has redeemed a random problem.
Of course he has.
Of course he has.
Okay.
Should I wait to roll or roll now?
All right, this is the
I think
random
what's the
problem.
Damn.
So I have a DC that I have set for you to cross to get this.
Mhm.
The random problem is that they are flickering the lights because they're about to start soon. But even during that time, the lights weren't as bright as you thought they were. So on the other side, it's actually much harder to see those people on the other side of the Coliseum. So it's going to disadvantage, therefore cut out the advantage of the help. So you're rolling this one
Okay.
blind, and that's your
Okay.
random problem.
Cool. All right. Pressing the roll button.
Ooh.
Oh, a 21 and a 22. I think the
Yeah.
21 is my straight roll.
Yes, all right, you succeed. So you have advantage on the 2 charisma. No, I'll say this. You have advantage on everything on round 2.
Cool. Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, girl.
Yes.
Seir mechanically uses my wild shape to summon my fey companion, which is in this time a second blow, which is an octopus, which she kind of puts onto Celia's back, and she's like, "This is just for some good luck." Kind of just drops it down her shirt, and I have my and just and it kind of sits in her back, and that'll come up later.
Okay, cool. There's a
I don't
knock
like
at
how
the
cold
door.
and warm it is.
Get used to it.
People are opening the door. They're coming to get you, to put you into position for when the doors open and present. They're asking you to come down the hall, asking you if you have everything. This is the first time you see the other warriors coming out of the hall, and I will go ahead and throw on the screen these beautiful people and show you who is battling. And of course,
Oh yeah.
Lunkar has gone back in to Lunkar, or Voskar has gone back into Lunkar's body.
Cool.
And that's who we got. So from left to right, big, tall guy, like 7 foot, is Rinus Krushran. His head is kind of glowing blue. You know what he kind of reminds me of, Princess Seer?
Uh-oh.
Nah, he just kind of reminds me of someone in Dragontooth. But anyways, he's got these big. He's huge, and he's kind of like taking up the entire hallway as he swims through. Lunkar's in front of you. This Merlin Yanaruth seems to have these eyes that are like frozen almost, and he seems to be muttering to himself, even though he clocks you as he swims by you. And there seems to be a silence and an aura around him when he swims by. So if everything's really noisy, it just cuts out sound. And then I'm showing you the picture of Nara the Nimble, but you don't see Nara the Nimble. You see maybe
Of course you don't.
You see one flash as you're turning and looking at everyone, and you just see the door shut of Nara the Nimble, and then right in front of your face, just that still like clocking you guys.
One
you
of those
clocking us.
girls.
And then you're in a hallway.
Already.
Like, how is she swimming somewhere silently in a hallway? Leads you all into the Coliseum. Get into these.
Seir's wide-eyed.
You get into these big doors that are opened up by these big fish pulling these big clanking metal contraptions. All right, they're telling you Arista Venfira Seer. You can't go any further past this point.
Bye. Sister hugs.
Good luck.
Bye.
You can do it.
Thanks.
Don't make us look bad, but also don't make us look too good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have a good
Best.
time. Great time.
All right, you see them go into
Yeah,
that big
that's
door.
right.
What do you
Yeah.
3 want to do?
I'm going to. I was told that I was sitting with House Zinfirion because they have the best view of the games. So I'm gonna go start to find my way towards the seats.
Okay,
Just, like,
cool.
prepping herself
There is
for, like-
someone who is there, kind of like a stage manager, who will direct you to someone who will lead you that way. Are you guys following suit?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys get into the same box that Mizu is in. They're prepared for you guys. It's kind of an extension past there. All three of the boxes are kind of side by side. They all just happen to be in the Pelagor box at the moment. So you spread out there. You've got food and water and drink, everything that you need. So during the games, you want to get some food at any time. You can ask me and I will give you food. And they might even do special things, just to let you know that is there.
I already stuffed some of the food in my bag.
You're just walking in with an arm. Okay. Everybody, the lights kind of go out in all the rooms, all the Coliseum. The crowd starts to cheer into the darkness. You see this large, from above, glowing light blue aura in the vast darkness underneath. Almost like all the city lights are off. And this must be 90-foot long serpent glowing this blue that's pulsating whoa, 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 down its body, whoa, 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 and just kind of enters the Coliseum and swims around before lighting up bright blue. It's super bright everywhere. The whole crowd goes wild. And then just swims straight up into the water while spinning. And it's like a tornado of water in the middle. Yeah.
It better be, because a storm appears in game has just been released
Perfect!
as well.
It swims up, and this tornado completely forms of water that seems to track all the way up that you can see. It makes you wonder if it's going to the surface.
Wow.
From that small whirlpool tornado line, just different things are shooting out of the water, different fish that are all around that are getting caught up into it. So they're just lighting up like fireworks out of that. And a big spotlight of fish go around this large pedestal from the side of the wall. And you see standing there walking out is Princess Mizu Minu.
Entrance.
She's gonna walk out. Hello, everyone. It is I, Princess Mizu Minu of the Assyrian Kingdom, and she'll stick her hand out, to like the crowd and kind of go in a circle a little bit around like that, expecting some cheering. I don't know if they are or not.
Roll a performance check.
I feel like Seir stands and also does the handout thing. I don't know why, but she's like, yes, we are here.
And Fear's like standing and waving.
Yeah, that is. You can see from where you are, and everyone else can kind of see a couple people like trying it. Some people laughing and trying it. It's kind of catching on. The irony becomes reality super quick in the crowd, so it's happening a lot. But people are loving it. You're getting them warmed up. You're getting them warmed up.
She says, I am so excited to have left the Assyrian Kingdom to come to Yarmouth to see and celebrate with you guys. Some of my sisters have joined us here as well. Say hello to the other princesses of the Assyrian Kingdom. And she's gonna gesture to Arista, Seer, and Vinfira in the box. And then she's gonna say...
Alright, hear me out. Mostly harmless redeemed a random burp.
Okay, so Mizu, as you're giving this big speech, you let out this huge burp that kind of echoes. You don't even have a microphone. It's like the acoustics are built from this pedestal out to the Coliseum, so it travels. So that burp is projected. So I was going to say, roll me a persuasion check of your grace to everyone, but now roll at a disadvantage.
You said persuasion?
Sorry.
Yes.
Oh.
This is a 15.
Okay, the crowd's a little weary that, okay, all the princesses are here. There's almost like a shock and people don't know what to make of it because you've never been here. So, but people are still kind of in it. You lost the crowd a little bit. Now everyone's kind of just waiting to see what happens. You had them, you lost them a little bit. Keep going.
She doesn't care. She'll just give her hair a little flip over the shoulder and she'll pick up right back up where she left off. And she didn't get to introduce Celia yet, so she'll gesture down and say, "And my last sister, Celia, who'll be competing today. On top of Celia, let me introduce the rest of our guests. Are they out yet?"
The big door opens and they come out.
Okay. As they start to walk out, she'll do them one by one. Celia being first, probably coming out as Mizu brings that up. "Celia of the Azirian Kingdom, my beautiful, amazing, talented, gorgeous sister.
Whoa!
Nara the Nimble, Merlin Jonna Ruth, Looncar the Relentless, Renish Crushron." She's like, "Let's hear it for our lovely competitors. Yay!" Super bimbo-y, super over the top. She's jumping up and down like cheerleader style, while all of this is going on. So let me get started. Today, there will be a grand celebration that showcases the prowess, skills, and virtues of these remarkable individuals. The Hydrus Coliseum Tournament, the centerpiece of the festival. It's gonna unfold right here, right now, in 4 thrilling rounds, each designed to test our heroes in unique ways. Let's hear it for our heroes.
The crowd goes wild!
All right, as our heroes settle in, let's draw our attention to the floor. Make sure you watch my sister Celia especially.
Hey.
Okay, so these doors open at the bottom, and you see... I will show everybody on screen.
No pressure, Celia.
Boom. You see this large fish come out that's, you could fit 2 Looncar the Relentlesses on.
Ooh.
You will ride them, and there is 5 of them that swims around to you guys. The very middle of this Coliseum kind of rises up a little bit. I will show you another image here. This is looking down on it. It kind of rises in the middle, and there's just like stone platform. So you're going to be racing around that stone platform, in between that and the walls of this. This is how the race is going to go. This is going to be whoever goes the furthest distance in 24 seconds, aka 4 rounds. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You will have... You will roll initiative. Doesn't really matter, though, unless you decide to attack. But the beginning of the race, your fish will go off. There will be a large explosion. Each round, you will make an animal handling check. If it is a 20 or above, you get their regular movement because you're like, hey, you're good. We can race this. You have their 40 feet, and then you can choose to dash for another 40. So you get 80. If you roll a 15 to 19, you're minus 5 feet. So if you dash, it's a minus 10 feet. You know what I'm saying? 9 to... And it gets every 5 on that roll less, and I'll explain it once you do it. So you don't always get the movement of your viper fish, is what I'm saying. My advice, dash. Dash with your turn. So, let's begin. I'll go back to the other map. Everyone is on that left side. That is the feet scale at the top. So, let's roll initiative.
Go Celia!
Celia!
Go Celia! You can do it!
It's gonna be me.
Celia's gonna retroactively adjust her shark food necklace just to that shock damage.
Oh yeah, so you would have done that in the morning, I think, when you woke up.
Okay.
Yeah. How do I do this? Anyways, I'll just do it on my paper here. Okay, what did you get, Celia?
Old school.
I got an 11 for initiative.
Alright, let's roll Voskar with his plus. Okay, Voskar got a 12, or say Looncar got a 12.
It's very consistent.
Merlin got a 16. Ooh, that's a nat 1 for... That would put her at a 5.
Oh, Nara the nimble.
For,
She said I need my
Nara.
own leg.
And...
Don't mind me eating my dinner, y'all.
Oh, and then Crushron. Oh, of course. Crushron gets a 19. So, it'll be Crushron, Merlin, Lunkar, Celia, Nara. Let me fix this really fast. Any questions before we begin? I know there was a lot of information all at once.
No?
No? You got it?
Celia's going to walk up to her fish. She has the racial trait Emissary of the Sea, which lets her speak to animals but not understand, like see animals but not understand them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna, hey, you're scary and I respect you. Let's win, please. I hope we're on the same page here.
It swims up, and you see when you talk to it making a lot of noise, you can tell the fish is kind of wincing at the sound.
Oh shit, do you need, if you want I can, like, cover your ears, like, while we're racing?
Roll an animal handling check.
With advantage.
Which sister?
14.
Okay, so it seems pretty neutral to you, but you don't seem to like have any friendship to it or something. So at the beginning of this race, you're on a clean slate.
Cool.
All right, Crushron is going to go first. He is going to take off. He is going to use his movement, and he's going to take his dash. But he will roll an animal handling check. That's Crushron.
That was bad. That was so bad.
Hold on 1 second. I have so much up right now. Okay, Crushron rolled 10. That's a fail, yes. So he can go 30 feet, and then he dashes, so that's 60 feet. Because he got a 10 to 14 means you lose 10 feet of movement. So that 40 foot of movement for the fish is now 30. So if he dashes, and that's another movement, 60. Does that make sense? We all good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, cool. So...
Look at me like I'm playing. Yes.
All right, Merlin. Merlin rolls a 20. So he gets 80 feet of movement. So now he is in the lead, 80 to 60. So I will go ahead and move them on the field. That makes most sense, right?
Yeah, help your brain out.
Yeah, let's help everybody. Crushron.
You hear me like,
And Merlin takes the lead.
so annoying.
Yep. Boom. Okay, and Lunkar. Here we go. Did he? Oh no! Before it started,
You gonna separate?
Yeah. I'm gonna say you didn't really see it, I guess. So as you, Celia and Lunkar, you're watching them take off on your fish, and kind of lock eyes. Lunkar says, I would have helped you anyways. You didn't have to lock me in the bathroom. Oh, hush! Yeah! And so, Voskar is in the fish, and you can just see the fish's eyes, like all messed up and stuff. And it will swim, and Voskar is really fucking fast, but his animal handling, still pretty damn good with his addition.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not animal handling. It would just be his movement.
It's the homie.
Because Voskar
Voskar, especially because what we saw him do above the town, Voskar just raced Lunkar all the way to 280 feet.
Oh my god.
Because if you remember out at top of the city, when he was dashing away from Mizu couldn't catch up with him because he was literally flying in zip speed.
So fast. We love it.
Okay, Celia.
Cool. I roll my animal handling?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, yeah.
With advantage.
Yes,
With advantage, I have a 16.
Okay, 16. You only lose 5 feet, so the movement is at 35 feet.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and do that dash.
All right, so you are now 70 feet,
Do that
Okay.
dash. Do that dash.
kind of in between Crushron and Merlin.
Got you.
Okay, and Nara. Nara rolls a 20. She's the full 80. 6,
Oh.
7.
Oh, okay. From
Boom.
that 1 to 20.
All right. Crushron gets a 15, so he can only go 70 feet. That puts him at 130.
Got the slow spell.
For real. This was the top of the order. He was the top of the order. Merlin rolls a 20, so he gets the full 80. He's at 160. And Loomcar is... Voskar's literally on the other side. You can't see him now. He's on the other side of that metal, or that stone structure that came up in the middle of the Colosseum that you're going around. He's all the way on the other side. Like, you can't see him.
I'm gonna laugh at you in a minute.
Yeah. Celia.
I'm back.
Cool. Roll my aminal handling.
With advantage.
With advantage, it's an 11.
And okay, so
Right,
you
that minus
lose
2,
10,
you
so
know.
you have a 30-foot movement.
Okay.
You want to go another 60 feet?
Yeah, I may as well. I can't go too far back.
So you're right there with Crushron. You guys, I think, are tied.
Oh, yeah. It's not so bad.
I'll take a shot.
Okay. All right.
Gotta
So
not be last.
Nara rolled a 16, so she loses 5 feet, so she can go 70. That puts her at 150. Ooh, Nara's doing good. All right, that's the end of round 2. You have 2 more rounds to see who can get the furthest. We'll start back at the top. Crushron rolls an 11, which means he loses 10 feet. He can only go 60, so that's going to put him at 190 as he zooms up, but not the best, barely in front. Merlin, for his third one, is going to roll a 20, so he gets another perfect 80. He's all the way at 240.
Dick.
He is killing this. Loomcar, you hear behind you as you look back, you see that fish like a tornado behind it that's coming, and you hear as you just see Loomcar holding on to the Voskar viperfish. Celia.
That's fun.
You that did. Sorry.
Whisper to my fish. Hey, buddy. I know that you're pretty neutral towards me, but we gotta do better than this, my friend. We've got. You're kind of disappointing me. You're disappointing me, little buddy. I rolled a 6 with advantage.
A 6 with advantage?
What was the
I rolled
zeros, though?
it was
Wow.
a 2 minus 2 and then an 8 minus 2.
Okay, so you said 6?
Yeah, so
All right, so you lose 15 feet. So you have 25 feet. You can dash for a 50 feet.
Okay.
One of those fuckers.
So I don't have any like ranged things to like mess with anybody with. So I'll go ahead and
Looks like you'll have to fuck with somebody to not be last.
Yeah.
You might lose in round 1.
Yeah. Can I try to like dip down and like pick up a rock and chuck it at the person in front of me?
As you're swimming up, who are you gonna chuck it at? Looks like Nara's the closest.
Probably them. Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, Nara would. Okay.
Or maybe.
Yeah, there's definitely like coral and rock bits.
Yeah.
If you're just gonna scoop. All right, so you're just gonna
Those
take
things
your
jolt.
regular movement. You're just gonna do 25
Yeah,
feet.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, and then you can take an action. So that'll put you like halfway right there.
You got the movement moxie points.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna go. Not really. No. No. No, I think I do. Where we at? Where we at?
Saving the day. Saving the day.
Let him cook. Let me
Okay.
cook.
Okay. I'm going to
There it is. That's Celia
Okay.
kicking in.
So I guess I'll take the dash action,
Okay.
and
so-
then I'll expend a moxie point to take another dash action.
Oh!
Yeah. I forgot about that. Thank you.
My sister. Seer
So-
is way
and
too
then
hyped in the stands.
Why wasn't I doing this the whole time?
Okay. Nara's gonna go really quick. On her third one, she got an 11, which means she loses 10 feet. She can go 60, so she's up to 210, which is literally behind you, I think, by like 5 feet maybe.
Yeah.
So at the end of the third round, you have now jumped to third from last at the end of the round.
Yes,
Cool.
that's all we need for now.
That's how we get them. We just act like you're losing, then you beat them.
Okay.
Just do it.
Maybe a trident, but I'm a shark.
Last round, the crowd's going crazy. Crushron for his last one rolls an 11, which means he can only go 60 feet. So he ends at 250.
Oh, you
Ah.
definitely got that guy beat.
Merlin on his last one rolls a 23 for 80s, puts him at 320. So it looks like he's going to be at first unless Celia pulls something out of her pocket. Lunkar goes flying by, beating Merlin twice. Celia's
What are you
turn.
guys doing?
Yeah.
So you're
Here we
fighting
go.
for second and third place. What's happening?
Here we
now?
go.
Yes.
I got a natural 20. Hey.
A nat 20?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to dash?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that dash.
Okay, a full
Um,
80. All right, that puts you basically.
Hit him with the second dash. Hit him with the extra 40.
I'll do it. I'll hit him with the second dash for the sake of being a
Really?
good old winner. Yeah.
Okay, so what ends up
My moxie
happening
points back.
is in first place it is Lunkar doubling the next person, which is Celia, followed by Merlin, and then Crushron, and then Nara. She got up to 290 on her last one, so she beat Crushron, and Crushron
Goodbye, Crushron.
is eliminated, and we take it back up on that pedestal to Mizu Minu.
Wow, that was crazy, right, you guys? Well, if round 1 had you excited, get ready for round 2, the personality test.
KDB has redeemed. Seir Goth gets messed up. I wasn't doing anything.
Get drunk.
How dare!
That's perfect. Okay, so as you're sitting in the booth and different people are eating the food, and you've made like maybe some plates were offered to you, Princess Seer. Holding one of these dishes just seems like it's got this like radiating black mist from it. But you saw some other people eating it. It looked good. So just sniffing one of them makes your stomach really upset. So go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. Damn, you won't get food.
Okay, well, while
poisoning
I'm
here.
doing that, Mizu attracts a scene. Thank you, mostly harmless 12. Constitution saving throw is what you said.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm about to do that.
my con saves a nat 1 for a 3.
You got a nat 1 with a 3. Okay, you violently start throwing up over the balcony from this box as the other houses are taking note that the princess from Azir is literally vomiting out of the box seat. Like, this is a scene, but it's not the scene that Mizu has attracted, because Mizu is standing there yelling loudly about Crushron being eliminated, and his biggest fan bases were very close, and they're standing up pissed because her voice is echoing throughout this
I might
chamber.
puke on them.
And as they turn around, a couple of them are holding him back, like, that's the princess, he lost fair and square. Vomit pours over the back of them. Ah! As they swim up, security has to swarm around Mizu and around these fans of Rennis Krishran. And that fades. And we quickly go up onto the middle where are these big screens. And for the personality part of this...
That was intense.
Yes. So,
just so you know, Arista finds a book.
She does.
That also does also happen.
Yeah.
In that chaos, she finds a book.
okay. While this is all going on and you see her throwing up over the side, some people are trying to help and one guy gets knocked. One guy looks like he's the head of one of those houses. He seems fancy like one of those other guys because you didn't get to meet them before. He drops a book and it's locked. It's got a lock on it.
Ooh,
And it doesn't have a title.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good book.
I'm gonna slip that into my bag of holding while no one's looking.
Perfect.
Secret lockbook favorite.
From one of the house heads. Like, I wouldn't know which one, right?
Right, just one of those guys. Okay, the Colosseum magically projects the thoughts and personalities of the rest of the contenders onto a large screen. So I'd like you to imagine on a large screen floating up in the middle of this tornado of water, what are Celia's, how would you describe Celia's personalities and thoughts projected to the masses, Andrew?
Her thoughts, these guys better fucking like my personality. I've got a golden personality. My smile shines. If I don't win this, I'm good. Like, boy. Guy in the first row. Doesn't look like the guy in the first row likes me very much. I don't like him very much. I'm remembering his face. I know his face. He better smile. If he doesn't smile, I know what he looks like. Person next to
Charisma
him.
check.
Cool.
Charisma check, and you have advantage from the studying.
Just straight charisma?
Straight charisma.
Gotcha. That is a natural 20. 22.
22!
Yes!
All right. In this mirage illusion or something that's showing of you, roll me a straight wisdom check.
Okay. With advantage or no advantage for that?
It's for the whole round. So yes,
Okay.
that was
Okay.
too.
That's a 16 then.
A 16 total. Okay. And then whatever your strongest skill is out of your list of skills, whatever gives you the best
Okay.
modifier,
Cool.
visually describe what that looks like and then roll it.
Okay.
Your best skill.
Yeah, I'm just like really buff. You know, there's veins like all throughout my shoulders. I'm a very athletic looking person. Running in place like that. That's they look like somebody who would run in place for fun.
You gotta flex on them.
Perfect.
Yeah. Their personality is someone who goes to the gym. And that's a 27.
A 27. Perfect.
Yeah.
We love it, himbo. We love it.
So you will have a total of 30,
Herbo.
43, 53, 63, 65. That is a number says 65 above your head. You have no idea what that means. Hold on to that.
Ooh.
You see Nara, the same mirage happened to Nara, who's still in the game. And she comes up onto that big screen, and she rolls a 17 with her charisma and a 12 with her wisdom. And then you see she just disappears and appears, and you see like it's almost like a big ballroom in this illusion with a small broom that looks like it's standing up by itself on the bristles. And from around the other side of it pops out Nara the Nimble, but you can't like see. It's almost like a magic illusion or something. But she rolled a 23, so she has a total of 52.
Hashtag not enough.
Merlin.
She a sassy drunk.
Yeah.
I rallied at this point.
Merlin's charisma with the crowd, because he's pretty cool, gets him a 17, so still they cannot match your charisma. He rolls a 16 on his wisdom, so he's pretty much even with you. And then you see him in battle, planting down in this big blast of energy around him in every direction, blast things away as his eyes glow, and he stands up and walks forward with this big battle axe. And he rolls a 27. for a total of 60. So you still beat. You beat him by
Yeah.
5. Lunkar will go ahead and roll. But this actually is Lunkar because you hear Voskar like, I can help! I can help! And he's like, they're like pulling the fish away, but the wranglers are having trouble with his viper fish.
Oh no!
And as you look over, you just see the guy who's wrangling the viperfish just stands straight up, and the viperfish like floats away into the crowd. And they're like, "Whoa!" And he just starts walking towards the pedestal.
You got this.
I know you figured it out.
And you see the big screen with Lunkar. Lunkar's like beside you, Celia, and he's like very proud with his like glowing eye. And you see him swimming all over the ocean, fighting merfolk and monsters, and holding dear these images of his family and all he's lost to obtain this one artifact that has been his family, his entire lineage. His own great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather lost to Olivine. He rolls a 14 on charisma. And as it slowly goes into his wisdom, you see running across the field is that wrangler with the laugh of Voskar and just jumps. And you guys can see Voskar fly out of the wrangler's body, fly into Lunkar's body, and on the screen it changes from this family thing to hell and fire and Voskar and his wisdom of like people's dying and then going to bright heavens but being ripped away. I'm not joking, that's a nat 20, and his wisdom, that's a 25.
I'm glad they're into that here, because, ooh.
Right?
And then it's going to just show on that screen the camera, looks like the cameraman, showing the entire crowd and sweeping, and you see Voskar going from body to body to body to body to body to body, and the crowd's watching it, wondering if he's going to get them, because that's his strongest skill check. Rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
Boy.
That balance.
No. I mean, it is a skill check, so it's not like a nat 1 like destroys it. So I'm still going to add his check, which is a plus 14, so it's still a 15. But that is going to be 39, 49, 54. Which beats Nara by 2.
Good enough.
So, Mizu, in first place, it is Celia. Second place, it is Lunkar, or Merlin, Merlin. Then Lunkar, then Nara. Nara is eliminated. Take it away.
All right, everyone. So now we see who the fan favorites are. Let's give a round of applause for Celia. For Merlin. And for Lunkar. You guys give Lunkar a chance. Come on now. Look at that guy. All right. So now if you think things have gotten crazy yet, you're in for nothing. Now we got the round 3, the battle between the remaining 3.
That's all she says.
Okay, perfect. So you see this pedestal rise up, and you see get on top of that pedestal is Celia, Lunkar, and Merlin. And just it's going to take me a little second to get this straight up. Let's just take another little 10-minute bathroom break, and we will be right back. So sit tight, because this is the battle we've been waiting for. We'll see everybody in just a second. Welcome back, everybody. Princesses of Power, episode 18. All right, we're at round 3 of the tournament event. We are going into battle. Take it away, Mizu.
I know she introduced it a second ago. It's the battle between the remaining 3. Now we're going to see the tensions rise, you guys, as our last 3 heroes engage in a fierce battle. Ooh, who's excited? She's going to attempt to, start the wave, which is kind of like a joke within itself, too, within the Coliseum.
Performance check.
And Celia remembers a drunk talk. Thank you, mostly harmless.
That was a 15.
Yeah, so the crowd starts a little bit of the, mark this down in history of Silvernell. It was the very first wave at a Coliseum event. It's a small one. It peters out, doesn't go halfway, but there's some movement.
I feel like the joke is there with it, like the people from higher up seeing the waves, bringing the wave down.
It fits. As the stone centerpiece rises up in this Coliseum, we see all of our 3 remaining champions walking up. Celia, you have this moment that you remember from the Azir Kingdom. Let me turn all the music off really fast. This was a long time ago, when you were younger, and you were having trouble with other kids when you were Prince Henry's age, making fun of you because you look so different. And so your parents really formed a story early on about you are loved by them both and you look different because you were made differently, but how you were made, the other person's really, really bad and bad for you. And even though it was really bad, you're really good. So yes, you're made differently, but it's really good. And you remember your father taking you aside and telling you that he wants to really boost you up as the face of Azir. But then throughout your entire life, that never has happened. And he's pushed you to Sharkfood Island.
Dick Daddy.
And that was a drunken conversation because he was drunk during that conversation.
Cool.
Nice catch.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you feel some itching and snatching at your back as that octopus starts to slack on your back, and Seir, sitting in her seat, starts to like curl her fingers, and she casts a 4th level stone skin on you. You become resistant to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage. As these your skin kind of gets like ashy and calloused, and it starts to grow around you as this like decay starts to protect you.
Perfect.
Boom.
Roll initiative.
Connecting the dots.
Yes, let's do it!
Oh shit.
I rolled an 18 for initiative.
Okay. Lumkar rolled a 12. Merlin, what initiative did you get?
I rolled a 5. I don't see if there's a...
Just add the intelligence modifier for it. Just do that.
Okay. 10.
A 10, okay. So it will go Celia, Lunkar, Merlin.
Great.
After you, Celia. You should be able to move your own token. Let me know if you cannot. And to be clear, the battlefield, those are divots and stone things that come up to about like a foot. So there is kind of like some stepping up and down as you move, or you can stand on top of those and hop around. So there's some dynamic flooring to this thing.
Celia is going to run at Merlin. I'm going to expend a Moxie point to dash so that I can make it all the way to Merlin. And I'm gonna do like a running jump, and then try to like sock him right in the nose with my fist that I have.
The entire course of the field.
Yeah, because that's 60 feet.
Okay, roll your
my
attack.
movement is 30. Julio.
And you're fighting Meg right now. Meg is playing that character sheet of Merlin Yonruth.
It looks
I rolled
like I
plus
only
24.
actually have control of Celia's token.
Oh,
Mind control.
okay.
That's Merlin's power.
Let me fix this.
Oh no.
What about now.
Yay!
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you roll to hit?
I rolled a 24 to hit.
Which definitely does.
Cleo. That is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning / magic damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my extra attack to, really pummel that nose in. And that is going to be a 28 to hit with 6 points of bludgeoning magic damage.
Okay.
Screaming the whole time.
Celia, how much HP do you have?
I have, I think, 80. Yeah, I have 80 HP.
Okay, Lunkar has 116. Merlin, how much do you have now? I want to keep track because it's got to get below 10. I don't want to kill anybody.
74.
Okay, 74. Okay, Lunkar is going to charge. I want to fight 2. What is that? 45. His movement is a 40, so he can 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Okay, so I'm going to jump here. And very specific. He knows he can't get right there. I can't do my jump attack. Okay, what's the reach on his weapon? I can do a whip. Okay, he's got a whip. Yep. I'm going to try to whip at you, and this whip has a pull. An 18 to hit Merlin.
Oh, yes, but
Yeah.
he will cast shield as a reaction, which is going to bump his AC up 5, and then it no longer hits.
Perfect. Okay. And he is going to, oh boy, just hold on to this other hand, a shield, to boost her up, because I'm gonna need to change out to. Actually, he's got an extra attack. So he did a whip. He's got an extra attack and a bonus action. So I'm just gonna combine that extra attack and bonus action to switch out to the battle axe for next turn, and that's what he's going to do. And
Sounds
yeah,
like a math problem, but yes, I love it.
he's good. Okay, Merlin.
Celia's kind of on top of him, so he's gonna firebolt her off.
Point blank range.
And it's gonna be a... I'm not very good at this. 18. He has a big modifier. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay. For
Wow.
3d10 damage. 17 points of damage.
Cool. Good day. Thank you.
So what you at now, Celia?
I'm currently at 63.
Ooh, 63. Okay, is that it, Merlin?
Yes.
Alright, Celia, your turn.
Celia is going to... Where are you? First hit, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely upsetty about that. I think she... I'm gonna go ahead and do a Haymaker, which has me roll at disadvantage, but I roll, like, max damage. That is gonna be a 23 to hit. And so that is going to be... What is my max damage? 13. That's 13 bludgeoning magic damage. And then I'm going to use my extra attack again, just a regular hit. It's going to be a 23 to hit for 9 bludgeoning magic damage. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use something called Pocket Sand. And I'm going to attempt to blind a creature within 5 feet. You have to make a Constitution saving throw and beat a 14.
I'm sorry, are you attacking Merlin? All of this is on
Yes,
Merlin?
yes.
What was the first amount of damage? I'm sorry, I missed it.
At 13, I believe.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
And then 9.
And then an additional.
Yeah,
9.
I got the 9. I just
Okay.
missed the number before, and then now a con save.
Yeah, you have to beat a 14.
So what are you at, like 52?
Yes.
Okay, so that puts you closer to 0 than Celia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the con save was a 7. So.
Cool. So you are blinded.
Cool.
Until the end of your next turn.
When he dies.
Damn. Okay.
Not a caster for sure.
And that is my turn.
Okay. This might be a little overkill. But I wants to fucking win, and Lunkar. Okay. Alright, so that tornado of water is still going in the middle, right? It's still it's not shooting out as many fish, that has stopped. But it's been this force that's like moving the water and stuff. Some lights start filling it, and Lunkar stands right at the edge, and then will move around the perimeter and aim up towards it. And you see that one eye will light up really strong, and he is going to cast Moonbeam in a 3rd level slot and put the edge right, like Celia and Lunkar will be right at the wall of the Moonbeam. So a silvery beam of pale light will shine down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder on a point within range, so right where Merlin is. So, if you...
Dang, y'all. You didn't need me, you just had me in a punching bag.
I was like,
Well, I didn't realize how low Celia's HP was, so I'm like, oh, now I'm scared.
It's nothing, whatever.
So you...
it's fine.
First time on a turn, or starts its turn there, is Engulfing Flames. It must make a con save, or take 2d10, but I'm doing it in a 3rd, so it would be 3d10, but we can wait until...
Now or at the start of my turn?
Start of your turn.
Okay. Which...
So blind, so you didn't even see it coming.
Also now, though.
Yeah, and then I'm good.
Yeah, so now is the start of Merlin's turn.
Yes.
So he'll make another con save, which was even worse. This time he only got a 5. So this guy just
A 5?
isn't good for anything. That's all of when I use Roll20, all of these D20 rolls have been shit. Not a
Go
single
Go ahead
one
and
above
roll
10.
Go ahead and just roll a bunch out really fast.
Rolling like me. Oh.
You made me feel like that's a nat 20.
Also
It
went
was right there.
Okay, well, 3d10.
Ended on a 19, and that's like a nice place, I feel like.
Okay, you only take 20 points of radiant damage.
That's
Okay.
all.
That says only in front of any number and be like wild. But you only take 76 points of damage.
I do that, don't I?
Okay. You're right. Only 76.
Okay, Merlin's turn.
That's my
Well,
HP.
since he can't see, he's going to react to the direction that attack came from,
Yeah, that's fair.
and cast lightning bolt
Mm.
in Lunkar's direction, and he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Get him. Sparkity spark, spark.
4.
Oh,
He's got a 0
that
dex
definitely
modifier.
doesn't. Yeah.
Let's go, Merlin.
But he might be radiant, or he might be resistant to some damage.
6.
Lightning. Check that.
No, 8d6.
8d6. Oh my golly.
8d6.
Holy cow.
22
Ooh.
points of lightning damage.
That's a lot of
22. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 94. All right, he's down to 94. He's still doing pretty good. That's the one who needs to win. It's the first time he got hit.
And everyone else started with.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. This is just for Celia's image at this point.
Everyone turned and started beating on him.
All right, do you want to move, Merlin? You are blind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he knows where to go, so he doesn't
Yeah,
like run
and
into anybody.
Let me check
Drop
Moonbeam
and
really
roll.
fast. So it lasts up to 1 minute with concentration, so he does have to make a concentration check. Should be concentration saving
Oh, I see
throw.
what you mean. Yeah, if
Okay, yeah, he passed that, so it's still there, but I don't think it happens to any. It's when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So you would have to move out.
So, okay. Then I'm gonna roll a d4 to decide which direction he goes, since he can't see.
Love it.
All right, so he's gonna try to go like straight into Celia and like bump into her.
Okay, Celia. Actually, both of you dexterity saving throws.
Gotcha.
Because you are on that kind of rock formation.
That is a 13 for my dex save.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
11.
Okay, so
Oh, the d20 rolled. Shit.
you guys definitely run into each other and kind of have that, whoa, we're going to fall. But Celia manages to stay up and push you that way, and you kind of stumble, so you are prone, Merlin.
Great.
Yeah, this is
But you
just
can see
comedy
now.
of errors right now. Benny Hill.
You're blind.
However, you only used 5/10 of your movement. How much movement do you have left?
20.
So it costs half your movement to stand up from prone, so you can just go ahead and stand up.
Great. I'm gonna stumble and then stand back up.
Yeah, perfect. Fucking drunk
Can't keep me
Merlin.
down.
Okay, Celia.
So I'm on like a rock ledge a little bit, and you're a little bit lower, right?
Merlin, I think,
Or-
is much taller than you, so I think you're still not. But you're closer. You're like at Merlin's chin now.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna crouch down. You're not blind anymore, so I'm just gonna hello, and then right in the eye. Give you a punch right in the eye.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Beat them.
Boom. That is gonna be a natural 1. Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm sorry. What? Whose eye were you trying to hit again?
Okay,
That
so
was not mine.
that one you go to hit, and as Merlin kind of dodges, you hit some of that like sharp blade on the side of his, whatever you call that, coming off of his suit, and that's going to knock into your finger. So do you do 1 or 2 attacks on your turn?
I do 2 attacks.
Okay, the first attack will be at disadvantage, and then the second attack is normal for 1 round.
Well, this is the
This
first.
would be my second. I'm about to do my second attack.
Okay, so for next time.
For the next round?
Because you really, for the next round, because you really hit your hand.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I think that was the first attack, though, and she's about to attack again. So, do you want disadvantage on that? Because it
Okay,
just
yeah,
happened?
disadvantage,
that.
yeah, on that one for sure.
Clear. Okay.
That makes more sense.
I'm gonna do my extra attack to try to hit you again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 16 to hit.
Pie goes to the runner, so just barely.
Okay. I am going to use a Moxie point for the old 1/2, which lets me, after I take an attack action, I can make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay. Wait, what was the damage from the first hit?
The first hit was a 10.
No, I mean, but the second one.
The second. Oh, so I hit.
Yes, 16.
Oh,
Tie
oh,
goes to the
sorry,
runner.
sorry.
So, and
I
you're
thought
the
that, like,
you're the
you
runner
were
since
running.
you rolled the
Gotcha.
dice.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Tie
Sorry.
goes to the person who is doing the roll, which is you. So you hit me the second time.
That is a 6.
6 more points. Okay.
Yeah.
And then your
I'm gonna-
bonus actions?
My bonus action, I'm going to take 2 more unarmed strikes. Are there different rules for like bonus actions hitting? Like, can I not use like proficiency or something? Or
There's like it's a unarmed strike, I think it is.
Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
really
It's like
depends on what
proficiency.
you're doing it with and how you're doing it. Because like
Uh-huh.
monks
Well-
have like extra damage to their attacks, but if you're playing like
Yeah.
a regular class with 2 weapons, it would do
Uh-huh.
less damage with the second one. You wouldn't get your
Uh-huh.
modifiers. on it.
Until you get like, what is it, 2-hand fighting or 2-weapon
Yeah,
fighting?
there's like feats you need.
okay,
But I know
okay,
your
cool.
class is like a off brand of a
So
monk.
it's for my hit that I don't get the extra damage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll 2 hits.
First one misses, but the second one hits.
Okay. And I'll go ahead and just roll a d8 for my damage. And that's a 4.
Okay.
All right.
Ow. Right in the kisser.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Lunkar walks around Celia straight looking at Merlin. Merlin, you can see they're working together completely.
Oh no.
Lunkar goes to pull out his weapon, and Merlin, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
11.
Yes!
Literally
Okay.
all the rolls are shit. He can't roll
All
anything.
under 10.
As he walks around the corner and pulls up his weapon, you see from his body it starts to turn black, his skin does, and peel off and form the face of Voskar coming out of him straight at you. You lose control of the character sheet. Everyone sees what's his name, Merlin Yadrith, turn around and put his arms out. The whole crowd is confused. And just because I think you're right. Yes.
Oh, Lord.
He turns with this body this way and uses a long strider to get a higher jump up. And as he does, breaks off those clipped things from his shoulders. And as he dives down to the ground, up from this platform, which is probably like 20 feet, that was another like 20, 30 down. His eyes right onto those blades onto the ground and dies. And Voskar just pops up over the counter, but only you two can see him. Mizu, you see this. The crowd is like, what the hell?
Creepy as shit.
Mizu's gonna try to start another the wave again to distract everybody from what's going on.
Okay, the DC for this one's very hard, so roll a performance check.
Oh. Use those butt cheeks, girl.
I'm gonna add Dark One's own look to it too, just to be on the safe side.
Ooh!
This is 27.
The crowd is distracted, and this is... it looks like Lunkar did some mental magic to make him take his own life. Like, that was a valid option, and the crowd goes wild, and they start that wave that makes all the way around.
For the second time ever. In the Silver Seas.
It's really catching on.
History made.
Okay,
Twice.
that's the end of that round. Mizu, take it away.
Alright, so our last round, round 4, sword in the steel. This is what it all comes down to, folks. This is what we came here for. All we have left is to see which hero between these two will win in this test of strength and destiny. Who's gonna pull that sword out, guys? Get those guessing hands ready.
Perfect. That middle piece goes back down into the center, so it's more flat across the Colosseum. You see from that tornado of water, it kind of fizzles out, and down floats this big block that's maybe 50 feet by 50 feet of steel. kind of land in the middle of the Colosseum. There's lights around the inner Colosseum floor, but that's it glowing up, so it's very ominous. Almost looks intelligent, this cube. And at the very center is this sword that has, that ancient practice where they fill them with gold, the cracks of it's broken, and you see it's in different pieces, maybe 5 or 6 from here, but just like small sparks of fire in those cracks every now and then. And you see these jellyfish platforms raise up Celia and Lunkar. Voskar's outside of Lunkar with his hand around his shoulder, pointing up at Might Yanaruth in the booth, and walk up to the sword, and Voskar says,
So do we even let Celia try?
Yeah, I think we should let me try.
let's try. And Lunkar's just staring at it. Do it quick.
Oh boy.
Okay, both hands underneath the guard. And I'm gonna like squat down, perfect squatting form. Lift completely with my legs and push up on the sword.
Roll an athletics check.
Oh, it's a nat 20. I got a 29.
Wow!
As you're pulling on the steel, the cube slowly cracks, start to form. You see the face of Voskar, like Lunkar's like only his family can even move this thing. That's why it's stuck in the steel. So they're both just kind of like in shock, like what the fuck? Cracks going down each side of the cube, down the middle, and it feels kind of loose. And as you pull up, it's the sword in a giant chunk of steel pulled from the middle of that cube. So it's extremely heavy, but you can hold up the sword. I mean, this is massively heavy with the, with that formation, almost like a cocoon around the sword as you hold it. And the crowd is like quiet, and you hear some people kind of cheering. People are kind of confused. Light shines on Mizu.
That's really impressive.
Mizu's literally gonna be like, I mean, I totally get why the light is on me right now. It always should be, but the action is down there. Light's down there, folks.
Thea stands up, casts thaumaturgy on herself, and puts her hand out and goes, "The princesses of Azir!" And just echoes out. Her own version of the wave.
Merlin Yanaruth in the booth stands up and shouts from the box, "The princesses of Azir!" You hear like a couple commenters, "Princess of Azir! Princess of Azir!" It kind of builds up. Roll that performance check, Seer, because I just want to see the performative regality of the way you said it. This is the introduction to the entire city of the name from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. So a 13. A sensible 13.
Good
Out of
enough.
+1, because
You can hear parts of the crowd saying this. Like, this isn't like a huge movement like the very first wave in a Coliseum event kind of movement. But this is definitely like, in the future, some people are going to be like, oh, the Princess of Azir. It'll build. But anyways, Celia, you stand there. The crowd is cheering. A lot of people are cheering for you. People are confused if you won or not. What are you doing?
Does this count? Does this count?
That's why they looked up at Mizu, and Mizu said, "Back to the action."
Mizu said, I don't fucking know. I'm just the host. I didn't make the rules.
Lunkar hasn't had a turn, so just take your turn. and
Lunkar
everything.
just walks up
He just has to get it out of the block.
Mhm.
and puts his hand out.
you lose the jar, though, for sure.
Yeah. Go for it, bud.
As you put it into his hand, those lines in the cracks light up, and he grabs it. It's almost like his muscles just flex in tune with the sword as it vibrates, and just turns and smashes it on the ground, and the concrete sprays in this big tunnel of concrete. And as he does, the water ripples, and that tornado of water that had gone away before forms even bigger. Like, the whole crowd has to, like, hold on as the middle of this with pieces of debris and stuff, and then it just kind of collapses and forms this giant water splash shape of a phoenix, and then it flies up into the air, way up into the darkness of above, like sending a message. And he stands there with the sword as all the lights kind of shine down at him. And then Merlin runs to Mizu. Say it! Lucar the Relentless has won the tournament!
Wow, did you see that, folks? Amazing! Lucar is the winner of the tournament!
The crowd goes wild as you see his name appear on that same screen with the personality test. And he looks down at you, Celia, and says, "Thank you. For over 300 years, my family has looked for this. And it is because of you that we are reunited. Celia, Princess of Azir," and gets on one knee and bows to you.
Yeah, totally, dude. But you destroyed like a pretty cool sheath, probably. Like that would have been super sick if you just had like a stone or like steel sheath around that sword. That'd be sick.
Yeah, what she said, you big jerk. God, I love you guys.
And that's where we're going to pause tonight, and we will come back next episode. Episode 19, and we will see what happens after the tournament. Great job tonight, everybody. Because we have been building up to this, and this is a momentous occasion, this is a huge experience for you guys. Okay?
How huge is it?
How big?
2 or 3? 2 or 3 points?
You're going to gain... Let me do this perfectly. 3,650.
50.
Which is going to put you at 83,000.
So close! The bar is this close!
You have 2,000 more to get.
What's the total
Quick,
number?
someone find a damn
What we have now?
83,000 right now.
83,000.
You need 85,000 to go to level 11. So we will pause there in the moment. I will go ahead and say during this performance thing at the end, everyone other than Mizu and Celia, if you want to do short rest or gain any benefits of short rest, you can do that. I don't know what you need if you're out of it, but you can. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you had a good time tonight. This was really different and fun. Come back next Tuesday and Wednesday for more Silvernell adventures of D&D.
Back to back Silvernell.
Dang, what a dream. All right, have a good night, guys.
Good night.